Today marks 40 years since the flood of 1982 hit Fort Wayne.
Wynn Moses, the mayor of Fort Wayne at the time, remembers the event like it was yesterday. Wayne 15 meteorologist Nathan Gidley joins us with a look back at the flood and the progress made by the city since then. Nathan?
Yeah, the flooding began on the weekend of high school basketball sectionals. Moses tried to warn people they should not go to the games. When people left to go home, they found their cars underwater and their houses flooded. Now, the flooding was a result of a large amount of rapidly melting snow. It was the worst flooding event in 70 years for the city. A full response by the city was needed, including 10,000 teenagers that willingly left school to help sandbag. Moses said it is hard to believe those teenagers who helped are approaching 60 years of age. This huge effort to save the city got the attention of President Reagan. Reagan visited to congratulate and encourage the city's efforts. Moses met the president on Air Force One and talked to him for an hour in the car after departing the airport. President Reagan and Moses visited Precious Blood Church to give a speech to displaced flood victims there. Reagan then traveled to the front lines and lifted sandbags with 5 students. Moses recalls his feelings as the flooding was ongoing.
When I think about that, there's just an intense tension that arrives. I mean, from the minute that water began to go over into the neighborhoods, it just changes your whole world, your whole life. I mean, there are people, lives at stake. How is this? I mean, I went down there after the sectional basketball game to Main Street, and there were icebergs going in the front of the doors and going out the back doors. You never forget that.
Now, the total damage costs added up to around $57 million. Reagan designated $6 million in federal funds to the city to help with recovery efforts. Now, the city has made great progress since the flood in flood relief efforts, including using Headwaters Park for flood control. For much more on Moses' memories of the flood and the city's progress, visit this story on Wayne.com. Meteorologist Nathan Gidley, Wayne 15 News.